Parents as bad as the students. According to Reddit. Number 13. Not a teacher, but a lad I knew in school was a drug dealer. His mother worked in the police force, so if she ever caught him, she'd be obliged to report it, as she could lose her job if she didn't. Cut to a parents-teacher evening in year 11. This was when the students were around 15 to 16 years old. He sits down with the teacher, sat on the other side, to have his meeting while I'm having mine. After a small while, I phase out and I chime in when I hear the teacher say he's not doing well and failing his classes. This is towards the end, so as they end the meeting with the mother shouts, "I wish you weren't my son. You're the biggest failure. I hate you. You were the biggest mistake I have ever made." Now, not to judge home life, he was a little POS, but he was not a nasty guy. I just don't know how mother could talk to their son like that, especially in front of his peers and other adults. I like how some people, when they have a life where everything makes sense, they just assume that everybody else's life makes sense too. You know, this kind of stuff happens in people's lives. It's sad, but it's true. I can't imagine how someone could speak to someone that way. What kind of world? What kind of background? Hello to everybody. Here's hoping that your mother or your siblings don't talk to you like that, and that you guys can just be left alone. Take it from a guy with a little bit of experience. The best you can hope for in many instances is that people just leave you the hell alone. Because when they involve you into their BS, they're going to thrash, you know. Their emotions are going to run wild. They're going to be upset. Maybe that things aren't going their way. And if they're going to be miserable, then they're going to try to take you down with them. Not in every case, but in enough cases. And here's hoping you guys have the best cases, you know? Let me hit you with an emoji, just so you know that I love you. And it's a little bit of bleach. A bleach emoji. Let's try to stay monetized tonight. Number 12. If you mean crazy, I got this. Let's call the student Amy. Amy's kind of quiet, kind of quirky. Enter Mom. Number 1. Hit the teacher with her car. The youngest daughter darted out in front of the car to get in the other side. Supervising teacher literally jumps into action and put a hand out yelling stop, and the car hits the hand. The driver drives away. Hospital visit required and the police were called. This doesn't seem real. This doesn't seem real. You hit the teacher with the car? Whoa. Top that rest of the thread. Number 2. Parent signs up to read to the class. She chooses a book that's called That's Disgusting. Pretty run-of-the-mill call and answer stuff. Pick your nose, that's disgusting. Forget to wash your hands, that's disgusting. Until she got to put your finger in the cat's bum. That's pardon? That's not a thing. Please stop introducing the idea to these 8-year-olds that putting your finger in a cat's behind is a thing. Yeah, some things you just don't even mention. Why give them the idea at all? Number 3. Amy's mom wants to check in on Amy, so she peeks through the hallway window during class. A student raises his hand. Amy's mom is staring at us. I turn to look. The mom ducks. I walk to the hallway door and open it. Mom remains ducked. We have a 2-minute conversation with my... I can only read what it says, my guys. I can't every night try to be figuring out what the hell people meant. We have a 2-minute conversation with my duct on the ground of when it's appropriate for parents to be on campus. With my duct? With her duct on the ground? What does it mean?
as we continue, number 11. I had a student who repeatedly lied about assignments, saying that he'd turned them in and his teachers had just lost them. As a team with administrator present, we conferenced with the mom and dad, who deflected and provided excuses that he just doesn't like school, and if my son says he did something, he did it. We value integrity in our family. 3 months later, some friends of mine invited me to a bar a few towns away to see a band perform. Near the end of the night, I ran into Mom, who is out on a date with a man who isn't her husband. That's not the man that you are married to. Integrity tonight. From that point on, she wouldn't return any of my emails or calls about her son's behavior. She is now an administrator in another country.
County.
Well, county's only one letter away from country. Okay? Yeah. Fucking got him. That's what I'm talking about. This just got juicy. I'm going to start another series where I read from 3 specific subreddits that always seem to have the juiciest stuff on it. And hopefully it doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't get demonetized as hard as these do, Number 10. I once had a student who thought that I should drop whatever I was doing and help him immediately anytime he asked a question. Uh-oh. One time I was working with another student, and this kid yells across the room that he needed help. I told him I'd help him when I was done, and to please raise his hand next time. Apparently this set the kid off because he went on a loud tirade about how I was racist for not helping him. Oh my lord. Never mind the fact that the student I was helping, or that I was with the student that I was helping, who he wanted me to abandon, was also the same color as him. I ended up kicking him out of class after he went on, and he said it only confirmed my racism. Everyone else in the room just kind of stared at him as he left. He got suspended from my class for a couple of days, which meant that I needed to inform his family. I never actually spoke to his mother because his aunt was listed as a contact about any incidents. Turns out, he and his mother were living with the aunt at the time, but the aunt explained to me that he had learned this behavior from his mother, who demonstrated this behavior anytime she felt she was round. It must be because I'm black. Sorry, the aunt said she was trying to fix her nephew's attitude and promised me that it didn't matter if her sister thought it was fine to teach her son to act that way because it wasn't going to happen again. While they lived in her house anyway. And she was successful. The kid never pulled that crap again, at least not in my classroom.
Hey, little bitch, shut the hell up. I'll get you 20 V-Bucks. 20 V-Bucks? You mean like 2,000, right? What's $20 in V-Bucks? 2,000? Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about.
You gonna behave in that class though, right?
Yeah, man, whatever. I'ma get that skin I want.
Holy crap, I still have the V-Bucks in my emojis. Dude, when is somebody going to add YouTube_Kyle and send me gifts on freaking Fortnite? What's the big deal? What's going on? Don't you know that this is what this is all about? It's all about the V-Bucks. It's all about the V-Bucks. Nick says the face when you run into your son's teacher while cheating on your husband. Oh my gosh. Number 9. This one's sad. I was a camp counselor and I had a girl in my cabin with issues. She was attention seeking, kind of a mean girl, and generally was not liked by a lot of the members of the camp. I honestly didn't give her a lot of one-on-one attention, which is something I deeply regret in retrospect. I only understood the issue because I was a bus staff. There was a sleepover at the camp, her session was 2 weeks, and her parents had elected for her to take the bus back, and they would pick her up. The bus was early, but plenty of the parents showed up early, and they were so excited to see their kids. As we got closer to pick up time, the crowd dwindled. Wait, sorry. I didn't see that period there. And they were so excited to see their kids. As we got closer to pick up time, the crowd dwindled until there were just a few left. A staff member asked for the kids still there so that they could make phone calls. All but one were in traffic and on their way. My camper's parents said no. They said they had 2 more days of freedom and they wouldn't take her, and said we needed to put up with her for a couple more days. They each said this individually and hung up. Neither responded to follow-up calls. The staff told me to go home, and they were left to figure that one out. My parents always hated me, but this was shocking to me, that someone's parents would absolutely refuse to let their 12-year-old into their house. What is there to talk about, dude? Call the police. This is neglect. Come pick up your kid. This is what was specified. You need to put up with her for extra days, you know? In today's day and age, with everything being monitored and recorded, dude, that would be the dope, that would be the fly, just absolutely juicy message they could play before the courtroom, Your Honor.
Put up with her for another couple of days. I'm free.
Is this the choice you think you got to make when you pumped a baby into some lady and then had her googledy-schmoogled it right on out of her flappy waps? Oh no, she's dunking that baby into the real world out of her meat flaps. Dunking the baby, IRL, out the meat flaps. Child Protective Services, show her a new world. I'm gonna show you a magic carpet, little girl, but this one's not covered in syringes and shitty parents. Bing bong. Number 8. Come on, get out of the way. You're in the way. Get out of the way. You're in the way. The mother who was screaming in the office, I'm gonna hit you in your bing bong face, because a tutor dared to say the kid was having behavioral issues during free tutoring. Tutoring. Now I know why the 5 of your 11 kids in our school are terrible hot messes. Poor things don't have much of a chance, you must mean? Because you wrote change. Mom was banned from the building because this was the last straw. How can you have a mom who's banned but then not the kids? Get rid of them kids too. As rude as it is to say. And even though they probably shouldn't be consequenced for her actions, if that's their mom, then it's you're dealing with like a bomb whose like little wick has already been lit, you know? That's their mom. So something happening with those kids is inevitable. Absolve yourself of that. Why include other people's kids who are just trying to go to school and do what the hell they need to do and get the hell out, you know? In this bing bong catastrophe. Number 7. What a nightmare. It's a sad list. These are some sad stories, man. Allison says, I'm glad my parents were normal compared to all these crazy parents. Like, this is out there. It's true. It's true. This is... get out of my way. Get out of my way. You know, all I want is to get Modern Warfare. You know? Because it's looking like it's going to be... It's still in my way. Can you believe this? Call of Duty Modern Warfare saved me. Okay, thank you. This is maybe just a bad parent story. I had a little girl in my pre-kindergarten class, age 4, that we're going to call A. She was delightful, very smart, very well behaved, and just lovely. Always got good behavior marks and was always excited to be at school. I used to braid my female students' hair after they would wake up because their hair would always be in tangles, and A was coloring and shouted, "Miss!" Oh no, this teacher is so good at doing hair. Like me, I'm so good at doing hair. Like she was singing a song to herself. She honestly was one of my favorites. Her mother couldn't stand her. Some days they'd get along fine, but more often than not, A would sour as soon as her mom came to pick her up. One day during morning drop-off, I'm sitting at my desk while the kids are playing at their tables before the actual school day / academics begin. I look up to see A being dragged by the wrist into the classroom by her mother, and her mother hauls her in front of my desk, lets her go and says, "She's your problem now," and walks out. What? I didn't have enough time to even greet or say goodbye to the mom. She was in and out of there so fast. I walked around my desk and gave a big hug and told her how glad I was to see her and that, oh my God, and she just immediately brightened and had a great day. I don't think mom was actively abusive.
How much is cordon bleu in Florida?
Well, guys, I don't even think you want to take on this task, first of all. So thank you for the tree fitty, Pepe. But cordon bleu ain't a joke out here. It's almost like $5 just for 2. You know what I mean? You know, the ones that I pick up, like I pick them up like frozen, and then, you know, when I'm in the mood, I let them bitches thaw, and then I oven them down. Some people oven stuff up. I oven it down, you know. Somebody in the chat says, has anyone made a blindside joke yet? I don't really get it. What's blindside? Especially spelt like that. Is that a band? Let's find out. First thing that comes up is a movie. It came out in 2009. Sandra Bullock. Whenever I think about Sandra Bullock, the only thing that I think about is that terrible movie she was in, where she was just breathing real hard in space. Gravity. What the hell? She was in a movie with a big black dude? Yep. Why have you even heard of this movie? Me? No, whoever commented on it.
So,
Sheep, you just wanted to become stream boss. And you know the weird part? It looks like Pepe beat her.
Should this be enough?
Of course he said, should this be? Of course it's enough for the cordon bleu. But my man, on top of that, you're also the stream boss. Did you know? So I guess you saved whoever that was from the embarrassment of us trying to figure out how the hell they knew what that movie was. Because that seems like the type of movie that somebody that's trapped into, I don't know, like a Christian Bible club night at the movies would be forced to watch. Oh, what was that? So Sheep, it was nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going well. But Pepe, I appreciate this hardcore Bing Momalopolis donation here, man. You make my wrist twitch, you know? That's not like a FAP thing. It's just what? Look, the mom wasn't like deliberately abusive or anything, but she was just like a jerk, and it was heartbreaking to the teacher. So that's sad, you know? So that's sad. As we continue, we arrive at number 6. I had a preschooler call his mother and ask her. This would be upsetting, except the day before, she called him an a-hole. She said it quiet enough that the other children or people wouldn't hear, but my coworker swore she heard her say it. We have our scheduled conference and she doesn't understand why he says such nasty things to her. Oy. Bruh. Yeah, I feel like if you're dealing with parents that are stupid, the kids don't stand a chance. And yes, the kids do possess the capacity to overcome the parents, but at what stage, dude? It's just gonna be a while, and that's so tragic. Freaking tragic. Oh, as we continue. Number 5. A bit different because it's a positive story. Lame. I'm not a teacher, but I teacher's assistant. Why you write shit like that? And there goes my monetization. I hate you people. I'm not a teacher, but I was a teacher's assistant for a freshman chemistry class last year. So college kids but ones that were in high school like 3 or 4 months previously. One kid in my section was amazing, scary smart, always got great marks on assignments, asked fantastically phrased questions that the professor loved to answer. Oh my God, you nerd. You guys ever met a teacher's assistant? I want one of you to answer in this. Seriously, I want you to type 1 in the chat if any of you have been a teacher's assistant. Seriously, I want you to tell me in the chat if you've been a teacher's assistant. Hit me with a 1 in the chat right now. POG, I'm a TA. So POG, tell me. Floopy, good. Tell me. Suba, tell me. Are the reasons you're doing that for anything outside of the benefits? Or are you doing it so that in the future you'll be able to tell everyone stories about you being a teacher's assistant? This isn't like you're an RA, dude. This isn't like you're an RA, dude, where you gonna get some stories. You're a teacher's assistant. I don't know. Look, this kid was a joy to be around during the lab section because he was so easy to be friendly with. Okay? Well, this is what I'm saying. The benefits, dude. The benefits. And not just to pay. Some people are getting a little bit something extra academically out of being a teacher's assistant. You feel me? And that's the reason to do that shit. That's the reason to do that shit. Not to flex on people that you're a TA. And I'm not saying this dude is doing that in this story. It's just like, it seems kind of like judgmental, the way that he's just like assuming certain things. Because I want to assume that like if you have a class full of 30 douchebags, the one who's like the most vocal or like asking the most questions and they're really well phrased, or the one that's flexing the most isn't necessarily the smartest person in the room. You know, you might even go as far as to say the person who needs the least help might be the smartest person in the room. But it's just so typical. Like a lot of the TAs that I have freaking ooh boy, so presumptuous. Okay, fuckily doodly doo here. Hey, that's Fry. What's he doing here? No.
Cha-ching, here's some green.
Oh, cha-ching. I was like, cha-ching. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ryokage. I appreciate you. I appreciate this. I appreciate that tree fitty earlier. Don't think I didn't see that.
Tree fitty?
$3.50.
Tree fitty. Tree fitty.
And I appreciate this 420 as well. Thank you.
Smoke weed every day.
But at the same time, I want Pepe to quickly, and please drop it into the Discord, choose a transparent GIF that can replace the current GIF. Okay? He says, Kyle, did you get my GIF in the Discord? I will check that out right now, my man, because people don't usually drop that in there, which is what I'm looking for. So I appreciate that. And so, hey, seriously, guys, I'm not trying to roast anybody that's been a TA. My point is, normal people who have been a TA, yo, the GIF's not going to work because it has a white background and I can see it. So that would show up like a box on the stream, whereas I need it to be see-through. You see the problem? Do you see the problem? I believe in you, though. Try and search. You can even type transparent GIF after whatever you want to look for, and Google will do the rest for you, man. I believe in you. So yeah, here we go. Continuing this entry. Forgive me. All right, boy. He clearly loved and excelled at the work and enjoyed being in the environment, which definitely extended to the rest of his lab group, Right. Look, bitch, some people just try to get their work done and get the hell out of this corny ass class, because these classes that you're taking in school are not even like, if somebody were writing a book about your life, it wouldn't even be a chapter. It wouldn't be half or a third of a chapter. It'd be, they went through school. And that was that, my dude. Get me out of here. About halfway through the semester, we introduced the concept that he struggled with a bit, so he came to a few tutoring sessions, and he was a joy to help. Our third tutoring session was in the campus Starbucks. We went late, so he had to get his dad to pick him up because his ride to campus that day had already left. His dad came a bit early, so he ordered a drink and sat down with us for a bit, and I immediately understood where this kid got everything from. His dad was wicked smart. Get out of this kid's life. Cracked a couple of dad jokes. Were you gonna marry this dude? Cracked a couple of dad jokes that made me laugh. Who writes like this? And was beyond easy to talk to the point where he had stayed an extra 30 minutes beyond what we were supposed to, swapping between going over the, yo, barf. Someone says, I love this one. Ugh. Oh. Look how angry Stripes is. She's talking about Team Fortress 2. Do you guys know what that is? That game's older than some people in this chat. Admit it. Everybody spam what age you are right now. And by spam, I mean write it one time. Tell me one time what age you are in the chat. Team Fortress 2 release date. Team Fortress 2 came out October 10th, 2007. Okay? 2007. Ooh, looks like Vanessa's got like the sexiest age in here, you know? That's like the double D's of ages. Double D cup titties of ages right there, you know? Yep, you guys aren't in the middle enough. Allison was close, you know? And a lot of people think 18's like the hot one, the Kenzie that you want to be at, but nah. Okay? Congratulations to everybody else, but I'm pretty sure that, no, it wasn't quite 18 years ago. Sorry. No. Why did I think Team Fortress 2 was that old? It just feels that old. But I'll tell you what, some of you are younger than Pokemon, which is fun. Damn, Miss Guitar Girl. Miss Guitar Girl says,
I have nothing to say beside here my money let me play games and listen to you today.
well, I appreciate you, Guitar Girl. And I always will. Giggity. You want it, you got it, So give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying my best to situate Pepe's gift that he wanted. And it looks like this is it. Pretty ridiculous. It's not showing up too well because of the black background, but it's something. Stripes says nice. Okay, Stripes. I'm glad you enjoy. Well, yeah, no. I don't know why I thought TF2 was super wicked old, but it's like it's getting up there. It's getting up there. Cause when did Pokemon Kanto air date? Come here. No. Okay, when did Pokemon Red release date? Holy shit. Damn. Yo, when Dia streams and she has my fat boy Pikachu, I love him. I love him so much.
How often should you smoke it?
You know, just make sure. Just make sure you're not not overdoing it, but I mean, if we had to give a time, you know, or a frequency, a consistency with which you should smoke, it would be somewhere in the vicinity of of every day,
Smoke weed every day.
Okay? So we continue up this list of parents as bad as the students. We arrive at number 4. I had a student last year who was new to the school. Really nice, friendly, shy, and hilariously absent-minded. He would come to school at least 2 times a day. No, he would come to school at least 2 days a week with either his shirt on backwards, inside out, or both. So I wanted to talk to his parents about how his absent-mindedness was affecting his learning. Mom shows up at 5, Dad shows up 1 hour late. We have a good chat, and they get up to go. As I'm walking them out, I said, I will show you the shortest way to the parking lot. The dad replies with, I didn't park in the parking lot. So I said, you can go out the same way to the street. He said, I couldn't find the parking entrance, so I just drove around and parked on an asphalt play area. Sure enough, I walk by and his car is next to the playground. So it all came together after that. I feel like I expected all of the entries to be like this. That's the comedy. Oh boy. True Silver Wolf says, were you thinking of Team Fortress Classic's release date, Kyle? No, I genuinely wasn't. I was thinking of Team Fortress 2. I don't know why. Team Fortress itself is old as hell. But I guess I was really only thinking about TF2. But it's funny, don't get me thinking about games, because all I can think of right now is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I'm so excited that it's going to be cross-platform, so for once, it won't be a question of, oh, I play with you, but I'm on PC, Kyle. I may actually be able to have friends. Plus, I'm hearing crazy rumblings that it, as well as crossplay, it may be free to play. So boy, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But if Call of Duty comes out and the multiplayer is free to play, yo, I'm gonna be a scary fucking shill for that game. This is gonna turn into a whole another channel during the daytime. Dave says, Kyle, maybe it's because the graphics look older compared to popular games. No. I'm just old and I forget how things go, and it feels like a billion years ago that I was on AOL Instant Messenger and screwing around in MSN Messenger and crap like that. Feels like a billion years ago, but it wasn't that long ago. It's just a decade or two. So, there it is. It'll happen to you. It will happen to you. Number 3. Oh boy. Teaching adjacent. That's another way of saying you're not a teacher. I used to be an educational facilitator at a science center. During the school year, I would be the liaison for school trips. During the summer, I would run the summer camps. Parents used to like to plunk their kids in science camp because it was educational. We had a pile of hands on programming. Forgive me. I have to say, it was pretty fun. Fun unless you're a kid aggressively hates science and you're forcing them to be there. Enter Jason. Jason was shit on day 1. No, was a shit. Forgive me. We welcomed them to camp by making liquid nitrogen ice cream. Jason didn't give a shit. Jason. I'm Sean Connery. He refused to eat the stupid nerd ice cream. What a badass. This guy's alpha as fuck. Through the day, his attitude got worse. He refused to participate, called the other kids nerds and losers. He was an all-around pain in the ass. At pickup, I pulled his mother aside and said, I don't think Jason really wants to be here. We can arrange for a refund or see if we can transfer him to another program. He will find more to his liking. His mother replied, it is your job to make him want to be here. Clearly, you suck at it. Great. Day 2, Jason shows up with an even bigger chip on his shoulder. The day's activity was engineering, fort building. Every kid loves a good fort except Jason. Jason picked up one of the plastic tubes and cracked a kid across the back of the leg with it. As I run over to tend to the victim, Jason cracks me across the side of the head with the tube with all of his might, breaking my glasses and giving me a decent bruise across the side of my face. It takes 2 of us to disarm Jason and separate him from the group. We pull him into the administrator's office and call his parents to come now. He is no longer welcome. His mother shows up a good 3 hours later, absolutely livid. Not about Jason's behavior, not in the least. There was no apology or understanding. Instead, as we ejected her son from the camp, she turned to us and said, "I hope you all get cancer." You know, I don't know where to begin feeling, okay? I don't know where to begin feeling. Kid bruised your face and broke your glasses. You don't get money out of that? If a kid just rolls up and smacks you in the face and breaks your glasses, dude, you don't get money out of that? How does it work? You know? Because I better be getting my glasses repaired, homie. Your little... Ooh, that makes me freak out. And I need a new pair of glasses anyway. What a world. What a scary world. Pepe says, "Hey, Kyle, do you have any crazy school stories of young Kyle?" I just told you that one time when I was young, I wore water moccasins to school to see if anybody would copy me, and then 2 people did, so I stopped doing it. That was weird. School was weird. I didn't like school. Remember in middle school, this one hoe was following me home. That's a story for another time. Look, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this story. My stomach's starting to feel weird too. Ooh, number 2. High school teacher, and we have something called soft lockdowns, okay? Where the doors are shut and locked, but the classes continue as normal. These are pretty common and can be used for anything from medical emergencies to a fugitive running around in the neighborhood. Nice. We've been in many soft lockdowns because parents have come to the school ready to hunt down and beat the crap out of a teacher. They usually come into the office, screaming, cursing, threatening everyone in the area. You get the picture. Sorry, I was transforming, but I am suppressing myself. I can hold this in bay. Often, they're removed by the SRO and given a criminal trespass citation. It's incredible that parents can be banned from the premises, but their children are still allowed to be in attendance at the school. It's insanity. We have a pretty high rate of fights and violence between students. When I see parents acting this way, it all makes sense. Michael says glasses are expensive. You know damn right, my dude. And it ain't like I've gotten my glasses online, so they're not expensive. Like, I got $100 that could easily cover a pair of glasses, but what is expensive is all the bull crap that you put on there, like to keep it from getting scratched, the anti-glare, the transition, if you want to make it so that when the sunlight hits it, it kind of goes dark and crap like that. All of that's what ends up expensive, especially since I am looking for sexy frames. Let me tell you, we want to talk about it. Let me tell you exactly the type of glasses that I like. Thick frame glasses is the problem now. Yeah, no, not like these. Not, these are just the can y'all not?
I think I may have accidentally started something that I'm okay with.
What the hell is wrong with y'all? Why am I seeing Pepe holding mug?
Because that's what I said, because I don't have the little emote of Pepe holding a mug.
Why don't you have the emote? You're a thing.
No, I don't. No, I'm not. Not anymore.
Wow.
I wish.
I can't even get Dia to be a sponsor for me. Ugh.
If I had money to throw at you, trust me, I would.
My boobies. Oh, my stomach's starting to bother me again. Hey, Hilda says, hey Kyle, have you downloaded the Wish app yet? Well, yes, because I wanted to look around, but why? It's just AliExpress. It's just AliExpress. What's the point? What are you thinking you're gonna find on Wish that's anything different from like walking into a Chinese warehouse of everything that they just made? And going, hey, I'll buy that for $4. Yo. Look, I'm not worried about anything other than Call of Duty for the next couple of bing bongs. As simple as that. So as we continue, we arrive at number 1 on the list of teachers that found that their parents, not their parents, but the parents of the students were as bad as the students. Number 1. Elementary teacher here. We had a student who wouldn't stop stealing things out of the other kids' backpacks. We caught him on camera and would call the parents, and they would just say, no. That's his item. We just bought it for him. Then we would get him on positive behavior plan and create intentional lessons about empathy to others, setting goals to get what you want, the difference between wants and needs, etc. Eventually, he gets enough positive days in a row that he gets released from the behavior plan and received a free bike as an incentive for good behavior? A free bike? Well, damn, my man Pepe, he's a sponsor now. Oh my god. What a badass. I didn't know it was like that, man. I didn't know you just had it going on like that, Pepe. Wow. We welcome you. We welcome you. Chosen Pepe. Now it's his emoji. Oh no. It's his emoji now. Somebody get like a Pepe and a taco. Is that gonna work? Is there a taco in there? Let me see here. Is there a taco? I'm looking, but okay, here's the food. There's a burger. Oh yes. Oh yes. See? Well, there you go. Anyway, we get the kid a free bike for good behavior. The next day he tells me his uncle stole it and pawned it. He went right back to his old behaviors and it was heartbreaking. What a story! That sucks! That's so sad! That's life! That's life. Some of these people don't stand a chance. Jeez. Well, guys, I hope you've had a wonderful day and that things have made sense for you. I love you to death. I'll be here in whatever capacity you need. Hey, I actually love this subreddit. Wait, stop. Oh, no. Shut up. Okay, Jesus. Sorry. I'm sorry about all of that. Oh boy, Friday boobies, huh? We gotta get off of this purge before it got some nuts. Here in my car, I feel safest of all. When you smoke on a non-smoking bus, it's the only way to live. It's non-smoking, bitch. It's time to get off the bus, old man. You can smoke out on the pavement, old man. You think just 'cause your life's over that all of ours are over, old man? Imagine if someone had the asthma. Okay. They grabbed him right by the man purse, Michael. Four teens who killed a young father by throwing rocks from a highway overpass will be sentenced as adults. Good. And maybe they'll learn to not be stupid in jail. Maybe someone who calls their penis a rock will throw it from as far back as they can thrust into the backside of them. That's not cool, but it's also the type of thing that keeps this channel from ever getting monetized. And I apologize, YouTube. I just can't turn it off, I guess, Someday I'll learn, to just be basic like everybody else on this platform, because that's what people are crying for, more basic people. More basic people. Guy with toddler in tow hits a woman sitting inside a police station lobby. Why would you do that? But the police get him, because it's, what? No! What are you doing? Yo, this is what is impressive to me, is that you remember that one video we were watching with the guy that was like shoving the woman and he was in military clothing? And I kept saying, if he's like this in public, it's really bad in private. And you know that if he was willing to do this to that lady in a police station lobby, bruh, I can't imagine what it was like behind closed doors. Man attempts to get seat upgrade he didn't pay for and gets arrested. Oh, nope, no YouTube. Okay, no YouTube. Got what he deserved. What are you doing? I hope they catch your foot, bro. Do it again. No, that's funny. Well, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, love ya. Text me, get into the Discord if you want notifications about when these are going live, because I know it seems like I'm jumping into streams without notice occasionally, and I don't want you to feel like you're not aware of when they're happening live. But either way, these will be up after the fact, and you can watch them at your own convenience. So thank you to the patrons. Thank you to the sponsors. Oh my god, I love you. A special thanks to all of you for being here tonight. Like the video and give me an extra reason to love you. Okay. Special thanks to Pepe tonight for becoming a chosen sponsor here. Thank you to Miss Guitar Girl, Ryukage, and Sheep for their donations, and just thank you to all of you watching. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Stay out of trouble. out of trouble. And I may be back because I want to play a game. So, you'll see me soon. Later.